Okay. Hi, welcome, Dr. Oladipo. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me and can you see me?
I can hear you and I can see you.
Okay, welcome. You are our guest on the 9th episode of my live sessions themed on Agribusiness, a tool for economic recovery. Welcome. I'll use this opportunity to welcome everyone, those who have been following us from the beginning, those who have joined us along the line. I would like to say thank you for sticking through, and I'm sure that you all have been going with a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding. You've been learning and unlearning. So far, so good. Okay, quickly before we go to the business of the day, it's imperative that I introduce our guest for today. Can you hear me? Can you see
I
me
can
and
hear
can
you
you
very
hear
well.
me? You seem to be
I
breaking.
can hear you.
Okay, great. I'd like to introduce you to everybody here. I think I know a little about you to tell people. Sorry, excuse me. Please, can everyone see me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, great. Okay, Oladipo Solanke is a doctor of veterinary medicine, an animal surgeon, clinician, dog breeder, and lover of pets. He is a versatile professional with 20 years of experience in various aspects of his discipline. He is the CEO and head of operations at Oladipo Veterinary International. His mission is to ensure proper animal welfare and, in turn, better human health and well-being. He has earned an ND and HND in Animal Health and Production from Federal College of Animal Health and Production, Moore Plantation, Ibadan. He got his DVM degree from College of Veterinary Medicine at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. And he also has the Master of Veterinary Science in Surgery from the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Department of Veterinary Surgery, University of Ibadan. He loves stylish fashion, photography, and golf. He is married and currently resides in the United Kingdom. Nigerian's economic... Sorry, he's gone. Okay. You will be talking about unlocking Nigeria's economic future through agriculture. And today we'll be focusing on animal husbandry. Let me try to add him again. Sorry about that. Okay. It's loading now. I'm trying to add him again. Okay. Sorry, you went off. I've been able to read your profile. Welcome. I'm sure you have a lot to share with us, so I'll just let you go ahead.
Edition of your agribusiness talk. As you've introduced me, Haley, to talk on the topic of our discussion tonight, unlocking Nigeria's economic future through animal husbandry. I'll start by defining animal husbandry as a science of taking care of
Yeah, I can't hear him well. I don't know if you guys are hearing him. Please, I'll need feedback from you people if you're hearing him or not.
okay. And why am I bringing up this at this time in the context of Nigeria? In the last few weeks,
Sorry, Dr. But I'll need to remove you and add you again. I don't know why it's.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay, I can hear you now. People have been also been saying
Can I
I'm not
continue
hearing
now?
you. Like, you're breaking.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's season. I don't know why. And I do not think it's from my end. Okay. I'll add him again. I just hope it works out this time around. Yeah, I can see you clearly now. And I
Oh,
think,
but can you hear me
okay.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Others,
Okay.
please, can you hear him now? Okay. Oh.
Okay. I think that
People
this
are saying they
network
can
is.
hear you loud and clear now, but I think it still keeps breaking.
I said we have a peculiar situation throughout the whole world, but Nigeria's situation is and in the sense that we have some realities that were exposed during this pandemic and the lockdown saga. We have a peculiar situation of food security challenges in Nigeria. People are complaining that they want to uh, go to their normalcy just because they need to put food on their table, they need to fend for themselves. And this is a very pathetic situation, which people see hunger, or the reality is that the hunger is dreadful, or more dreadful than the virus to Nigerian, to most of our Nigerian populace. And this is food insecurity, which is the highest level of insecurity that any situation in the world, any citizen of the world can ever face. And aside that, in the context of Nigeria, I discovered that during this lockdown, the country is on hold, and we don't really have any effect, so to say, neighboring countries or foreign countries
Yeah.
in terms of our export exchange with them. This also speaks volume, and also about the issue of crude oil throughout the whole world. The crude oil uh, that Nigeria is looking up to is failing us, and it has failed us. And shouldn't continue the blame game that we are used to in the last uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 decades.
The network is
Direction.
really, really getting to us this night.
So at this point, we need to have a redirection. And we are talking about Nigeria's economy. We are talking about our own livelihood. And there is no other way out other than agriculture. And agriculture doesn't stand on just on its own. It is encompassing. It's majorly plants and animal breeding. So, and the two also goes hand in hand. There's no way you want to talk about animal husbandry without talking about uh, agriculture in terms of planting, because the chicken you are seeing on your table, the egg you want to eat, and all the products of all the animal products, they are like a byproduct of plant produce. And that is why this is also key. If you want to go into animal breeding, so go to livestock production, then you have to take along the planting aspect of agriculture with you, and both of them can be done interchangeably. You can do it as a mixed farming. So our focus tonight is to encourage people that are already in agriculture, and also to influence other young minds into agriculture, because that is the future of Nigeria, either we like it or not. We need to go back to the drawing board. This is where we started from. Our forefathers and even our parents, most of them, they are farmers. They send some of send them up.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. The network is really messing up tonight. And there's really nothing I can do about it. I'll just give it some more trials. If it doesn't work, maybe we'd have to reschedule this session. Let me try to put a call across. Please just hold on. Hello. Yeah, the network is really poor, and I don't think it's from my end. I don't know. Maybe you're not using your Wi-Fi or something. Hello, can you hear me? Did you try using maybe another phone? Or I don't know. Okay, okay. Thank you. So guys, sorry, please just have a little patience. We've been discussing unlocking Nigeria's economic future through agriculture, and we are concentrating the aspect of agriculture we are concentrating on this night is animal husbandry. Yeah, it's really poor, and I don't think it's from mine, because I know you guys can hear me. So let's go on while he tries to fix it from his end. So Dr. Oladipo Solanke is a doctor of veterinary medicine. He has had quite a stretch of experience, about 20 years in veterinary medicine. He has practiced animal husbandry, and he's the CEO of Oluyole Veterinary International. Basically, what he's been trying to drive home tonight is still related to the same things we've been discussing from the beginning of these sessions, these Instagram live sessions. Yeah, he's trying to say that agriculture is very vital to our economy. And he has been trying to drive home the point that a lot of youth are not seeing the opportunity in agriculture. They still think agriculture, agribusiness, as you may want to put it, it's the same old thing that our parents did, or that retirees go into, or that the people who live below average go into. It's now way beyond that. Youths, young minds, and everybody who is still strong enough to work, who still has the urge to do business, needs to get their hands into agribusiness right now, especially with the look of things. We see what's been happening in the world generally. We've seen what has happened to oil, which has been something we've always been relying on and been boastful of that we have in abundance. We've seen what has happened to it. We would also notice that when the government was excluding people who wouldn't be restricted from the lockdown, food and agriculture came in as an essential. So I would like to add him again. Let's see if it works this time around. So we have realized how important important food and agriculture is to our economy right now. And like I say, it's becoming more of a corporate social responsibility to even be able to produce food, no matter how small, in your backyard. Maybe your poultry, whatever it is. Okay, Dr. Oladipo, can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well. And
Okay,
I've been
let's
following
pick up.
what you've been saying all along
Oh,
too.
okay, great. Would you just pick up from there?
Okay,
From
thank
there
you.
you stop. Okay,
And
welcome.
just as you are saying, it is that time we have a change of mind to our approach to agriculture. All this while we leave our agriculture to the aged ones, we leave it to just people in the rural settings. And it is that time we have a change of mind to have the youth, the young minds going into agriculture because the population is increasing every day. The kind of agriculture we are used to then is not what can sustain us even in this age and also the future we are looking at. And the practice has even changed, and we need to rise up to the task. And there are opportunities are all around that we need to harness. There's something going on in the world now. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they have an initiative called Alpha Initiative, which is also a foresight into the future of agriculture and food security to the world. And they are looking into in the next 20 years that the demand for meat will be very high throughout the whole world. And there are three countries that has been earmarked. The countries are Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Uganda. They will be the largest producer of meat to the world. And this is a very laudable project, and it has started slightly in the last 2-3 years. But this is happening just before us. But as citizens of Nigeria, what will be our take when this is fully blown? We don't want to leave it to the outsiders to do it for us.
Sorry,
We not
hold on. Sorry, there's something I'm trying to do, but it's not convenient for me. Please, Real Ekete, if you're still online, please help me to be taking notes and dropping him on the screen so that people can be able to follow up, especially people who come in late. Please do that for me. Thank you. Okay, you can go on.
Okay. So this project is laudable, and we should take advantage of it. The livestock industry it has been laid fallow for too long, and it's that time we exploit as a nation. It will benefit us. It will benefit every family. It will benefit the society, the citizens, and it will even benefit the economy of the nation Nigeria, because it will be a tool for exchange that can really strengthen our economy. And if we are looking about at the future is not far away. The future is now, and what we start today is what we get expanded in the future. And we have to start very small, even start from our backyard, start with what we can lay our hands on. Agricultural livestock production is very versatile. We have it is very broad, and everybody can fit into one, two, or multiple aspects of it. We can do it as a mixed farming. We have the poultry production there. We have the farming of pig farming. We have rabbitry. We have sheep and goats. We have cattle. We have fisheries, and the scope is very extensive. And the good part of it is that anybody can do it as long as you are willing, as long as you have the passion, or you develop the passion for it, you can do it, and we can really secure our future. I see during the pandemic, I see young guys picking up cutlass in their numbers, trooping out. I feel like if these ones can channel this energy into farming, into livestock production, I think the story will be different. Imagine if we have food. I'm privileged to be living in a country where now they're living here now. Then just there's lockdown here, and people are not complaining. What the complaint of people here is that they are tired, they are bored, they just want to socialize, they want to meet their colleagues once again. They want to really go back to normality. The food is there. They are not even the food is not the problem. When the lockdown was announced, the government is not even running to feed the citizen. The citizen can feed themselves with just barely little amount of money. The food is there. It's cheap. And it's not that it's cheap. It's just because it has been produced in large quantity, that has been it has capacity for export, and they have excess. That's why it can be affordable. It's cheap. But over there in Nigeria, the food is not even there. We are not even producing it. We are even depending on exports. We are importing milk into the country. We are importing paste, tomato paste. We are importing a lot of things that we can't even get around us.
We are not producing enough for us. And it still ends up going to waste. How ironic. We are not producing enough, and we incur a lot of food waste and food loss.
So the problem is it's encompassing, but we just have to. There's a saying that if we pay too much attention to the doors, to the sound of doors that is closing behind us, we may lose the potential of seeing the silent one that is opening in front of us. We have the challenges are there, the bad roads, the electricity, and that's where the government, they have to come to the basic amenities, the road and electricity. Let these